laws and jurisdiction of the nation. Thank you for ensuring the safety of the nation's people. Your registration is now complete. Someone's gonna watch it, people. This makes me want to play it. Oh. Episode 1. The clocks were striking 13. You're online. Call me Sims. I'll be your advisor in Orwell. Together we will form both the first and the last line of defense against terrorism. For this test phase, you are one of the first people to try out the Orwell system under real circumstances. Selected from thousands of applicants from across the globe. Normally, congratulations would be in order, but as you can see from the footage, there has been an incident, so let's get started. I've activated the reader tool for you. Its purpose is storing bookmarks to online websites and documents for easy access and to highlight when there is new information to be investigated. First, I want you to be informed of the situation. Our leading newspaper, the National Beholder, will bring you up to speed. Feel free to browse the National Beholder. I've activated the profiler. Open the unknown person file once you're done. Boston. Explosion destroys the Freedom Memorial in Boston. Bonton. 3 people killed, 5 severely injured. Authorities receive strange letter. Can I click on OK? Explosion. Bonton. At approximately 7:50 p.m. on Wednesday evening, an explosive device detonated at the Freedom Plaza in Bonton. According to official police reports, 3 people were killed. At least 5 bystanders were severely wounded from the Freedom Memorial. The Freedom Memorial was nearly completely destroyed. Police forces closed off the area immediately. Experts believe the attack was an act of terror, with police confirming that the explosive device was a homemade and triggered from a short distance away using a cell phone signal. Police reports also confirmed that several hours earlier, an anonymous letter containing the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song, Die Gedanken sind frei, the thoughts are free, had reached local authorities. Prime Minister Blaine immediately issued a public press statement firmly condemning the assault and put the nation on high alert until the perpetrators have been brought to justice. German folk song, huh? Is that the angle? Profiler holds all known information on those we investigate. The file you have open is one of our is of the file you have open is for our main suspect. The blue-haired woman that the CCTV footage shows before the assault is no stranger to the police. Take a look at the arrest record. Bolton Police Database. Cassandra Watergate, July 10, 2016. The highlighted elements in the records are pieces of the data that are able to be extracted. We call these elements data chunks. Hovering over data chunks will reveal the relevance to the case and any connections or information it may influence. Drag and drop all data chunks from the police database into a profile to upload them to our servers. Very good. Pictures and names are crucial information for Orwell to identify a person. Is that the name of the system? Information and documents can only become a data chunk when it can clearly be assigned to a target person. Add the reason for Miss Watergate's prior arrest that has been unlocked, and we will need this information to progress. Data you extracted from the police record, a new document can now be accessed. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in coincidence? I do not. Find data revealing where she attacked the police officer, and you will see what I mean. Same location as the assault. Then she turns up there right before the explosion. Surely not a coincidence. As you know, Miss Watergate is still running around freely. We should find out why. We should also gather more background information on her. I want to know who we're really dealing with. Cassandra Watergate, huh? By profession, so she's an artist. Oh yes, one who does street art by blowing memorials to pieces by any chance. Great, you have found another document. Before we go on, let's clarify your job and how it affects mine, shall we? You have extracted all of the info I already knew about Miss Watergate. Starting now, I'm going into this case blind. The Orwell Ethical Codex dictates that investigators like yourself are the only ones allowed to access the documents of target persons. Advisors like me only get to see the data provided by the investigators. We will then draw conclusions and request action. Your primary job is to provide information you deem important. Never give away incorrect or misleading data. You may hit disable on a data chunk you do not want to pass on to Orwell. However, some data chunks might be necessary to progress the case. shadows. Negotiations in Triflith failed. We want to keep investigating this. Let's see. Chat handle that will allow us to overhear any conversation on that account. The listener has now unlocked. New conversations will appear whenever they are started. Listener. Oh, here it is. Listener. This was full of little hits. So she quit her day job. Interesting. We should find out what that job was. I mean, that's kind of a location. Wonderland. So, you're under the impression that our wonderful Miss Watergate is really living in Wonderland. Somehow I doubt that. Call it intuition. People's lives are hanging in the balance here. What if you pass me something I cannot identify as wrong so easily? You have got to be more careful the next time around. So I could have just left it alone. I was trying it out. I feel like, yeah, that was... So let's take a look. Let's make sure we got that scoured. Check the headlines. Negotiations in Triflith failed. Let's see if there's anything noteworthy in here. Pargesian president aborts negotiations with opposition. Violent riots in Triflith. Blaine encourages renewal. Triflith. Peace negotiations in the riot-ridden Pargesian capital city of Triflith have been aborted without any result last night. Independent sources report that President Kassard abruptly cut off communication with opposition representatives as the latter presented a tangible plan for the organization of re-elections. The news about the premature cancellation of the negotiations caused thousands of people to resume demonstrations in the capital. It has been reported that demonstrators wearing hoods threw incendiary material to the shop windows and onto cars. The police struggled to keep the situation under control. Prime Minister Blaine stated his worries about the negative developments regarding the political situation in the neighboring country and has requested both sides to resume diplomatic discussions. There's nothing of interest there. Oh, here we go. Let's see the listener. So it is open, but we can't use it, or we use it with this. stole the credit card off an unknown person. If you are able to find out who she's talking about, we would lock it for the owner. Oh, that looks useful. Wait, she stole the credit card off her lawyer? Really? Well, we should be able to track the credit card of this Langley down and lock it for him. Done. No, really, no need to thank me, Mr. Langley. You have a profile for a related person. It can be accessed via the profiler. Data chunks will only appear for targeted persons and can only be extracted into the relevant folders. Procedure closing raises manipulation suspicions. Orwell informs me that you just encountered conflicted data chunks. Whenever the content of two data chunks are at odds with one another, those will be shown as conflicted. When you extract one of the data chunks containing a conflict, the others will become invalid immediately. I'd highly recommend that you clarify the context of the conflict before you proceed, though this is your decision. Once the information has been parsed, there is no way to reverse your choice. Let's see. The case has been in the center of the media attention from the last month has finally come to an end. Cassandra Watergate W was acquitted of the alleged assault against a police officer before the trial took place, with the case being closed due to lack of evidence yesterday. However, the case might be reopened should new evidence be discovered. The suspect's lawyer, Joseph Langley, welcomed this outcome. At no point has there ever been any valid evidence that my client was guilty. At no point at all. The revered defense attorney commented during a post-trial press gathering. The defense successfully brought video evidence depicting the incident in question, which eventually turned the tide on the proceedings. Meanwhile, the relatives of the victim expressed their disappointment on hearing the assault of the lawsuit. They openly voiced their concerns that the wealthy family of the accused might have influenced the outcome in her favor. The victim, a father of two young sons, was rushed to the hospital after the incident in mid-July, where he is still he is in an induced coma, unresponsive to treatment. The wealthy family. If they did influence, I feel like this is a better lead, and it might have a paper trail, if that's true. Oh, now that is a severe accusation. Based on this, we could take the action against her parents if we had their names. Very good. I think we scraped that clip clean. So it looks like we don't have much for our leads anywhere else. Gotta figure out how we can get to her parents' information. company. That's what I should have went to. Bruno Watergate, CEO. Dr. Alice Watergate. Okay. together. Oh, where's the conflict? Oh, so that's her boyfriend. With her lawyer. Might be noteworthy. August 9th, the case was closed. So that's August 10th. So shortly thereafter, she had a date. They wrote about her. Alright, we have a conflict here somewhere. This doesn't seem like anything noteworthy. Let's see if it gives it to us right now. Lay off the mommy daddy stuff. This is a change to her peers. She's definitely going through a radical change. Catharsis. Oh boy. Some juicy info here. Alias name. You know people on the web. So many names, so many identities. It's always good to record every alias. Then we can match data chunks to target persons whenever they are using them. Activist group. Is there anything more specific? So much idle chatter, right? Here we go. Ooh la la, we know. Having an amazing shopping tour with my Mary, the best friend of all times. So he has a friend named Mary, which we could probably track for our clues. And Mary's yeah, I'm glad I'd rather take interesting. Maybe this is what influenced her. And who is Goldfells? We should find something that shows her current attitude and see if we're following the right person. Taking your drugs. She's on some stabilizers. What's this methrin? Can you look that up for me, please? That would be on the projects. No. There we go. Products. Antidepressants. She might be emotionally unstable if she's relying on this medication. Looking at what you have extracted so far, we're dealing with a potentially dangerous personality. I will indicate that the law enforcement got us an achievement. The thoughts are free. So this is the group she's dealing with, huh? Freedom is unfree. Private. How's this private to us? So she's posting. suspected as much. Seems we're looking at the right person. Alright, what we've found so far is all good and interesting, but I think we should be searching for something a little more concrete. We have to dig deeper. We gotta listen. This is something in our favor, though. I don't know how many conflicts you can have, but I like this. This can prove that there was a little bit more going on than her being just some crazy activist. We already know she's unstable. What? Where did that come from? This is perfect. We can arrest her and open up the investigation again. However, we probably won't be able to find her for long if it really happened in defense of this Juliet. Be able to hold her for long. Very good work. The intervention team is already on its way. We'll need to wait for confirmation. Next stop, Wonderland, right? Just kidding. Next time, be careful with providing the wrong data, though, okay? In Miss Watergate's case, it was not a problem to get her address with the help of the local police due to the former record. Got another chat session. Job in any case. Although we have no proof she is involved in the bombing, we might be able to question her. Despite acting in defense of this Juliet, she seems to be quite unstable and a threat. Okay, I just received confirmation that she is now in custody. Very good work indeed. I'm curious about this thought group, though. Whatever they... Oh God. No. Take a look at the news. No. Breaking news, 2 dead after second explosion. So we have her in custody and it gets deeper. And with that, I will conclude here. It was just a quick trial for this game, Orwell, but it's already getting thick. Until we get a chance to run this again, thank you all for checking in with us. And if you haven't already, go ahead and sub and subscribe. Come check it out. We do all kinds of different games, primarily though looking for co-op games. And if you co-op, feel free to send an email. Check us out on the page. This is The Legend Gamers Presents I Am versus Fighter 9, and this has been a session of Orwell. Till next time, you all, gig it up and or game it good.